What I got on, a little loungewear. I want to do, we're going to do with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. So I'm going to do a reading on them right now to see how their relationship is going, because my last one, my last reading was saying that, they did take a pause for a little while, but he considers her home, and he did have like thoughts of marriage. They had the Three of Cups, which is like celebration, marriage, stuff like that. So he was in a celebratory mood. So we'll see if he still wants that or what's going on. So we'll just see a little bit about them too. So Meghan Markle, and remember, I forget what he was. I forget what he was. I know she was the emperor, so she has a lot of masculine energy. So not many men can take a woman that's an emperor. A very leader. An emperor is like a leader, very take charge. So let me see if I have her in this book. I have so many different books. Let me see. So I wonder how everybody is doing. Sorry, I haven't been around. Someone asked me if I would look into the Pizzagate and the pedophilia. I can't. I tried to look into like Jeffrey Epstein in regards to this pedophile ring and stuff. And the energy, I'm too empathetic to energy. And it was just sickening. I couldn't deal with it. So I don't do that. And then another person asked me if I can do some readings on people who have passed. And what's crazy is that talking with those that have passed on is like my specialty. But I have to prepare myself because it takes a lot of energy to do that. So big props to the ones who do it online and stuff like that, because it kind of like they feed off the spirits, the ancestors. They kind of feed off my energy, so I have to be really prepared to do a reading with someone who has passed. And it takes me, it's like I can't do any other readings. I have to make sure I have like coffee, and I have to eat a good meal beforehand, and it's just a lot of preparation. I can't do anything that day, and then like the next day my energy, I'm really not good, because they stay with me. That energy stays with me for a while, and it's hard for me to ground out. So I don't do people who have passed, deceased, ancestor readings for YouTube. That's, if you want one of those, you would have to contact me for an independent reading for that. Alright, so we're going to do Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Meghan Markle. Let's see, where is the status of their relationship now? The King of Swords. So there's a lot of thought process. There's a lot of thoughts going on, a lot of planning. So it's a mature, it's in the mature process of thoughts. So that's interesting. So like I said before, even though they went through that break, she felt, this was that reading I did before. If you want to look, it's under my celebrity readings. She regretted that breakup they had before, and he was in a process of thinking of marriage, celebratory stuff like that. So I think their relationship is evolving right now. This is the King of Swords, so they're making plans, and we'll see. So don't mind me. All right, so she's gonna go on this side, and he's gonna. Where is Meghan at right now? Meghan, look at this. Meghan's feeling a heavy burden right now. She's feeling, I'm seeing if you can see this, she's feeling a heavy burden. The Ten of Wands is like carrying this heavy burden. She feels like she's carrying a heavy burden on her own. And that's very, we can say that because he is a prince. He is very loved in the UK. And people are judging her and with everything that she does. So I can see that she feels this heavy burden, of what the public, with his family, stuff like that. So she's feeling a heavy burden. What about him? Him. This one is called The Awakening. So I think this is called The Awakening, which is like the hangman. But I think that the relationship was kind of stuck at a point, and now, it's gaining some movement. Maybe for a while there, the relationship was kind of stuck. But I see now that there's some movement going on, and so there's some movement going on in the relationship for him. He's feeling some movement and some change in the relationship. I don't see it as a bad thing, because if you look at this card, this hangman, she's very sensual. The clothes are coming off. She doesn't look stressed or anything. And maybe that movement, that change that's going on is causing her some burden, because maybe he's like, okay, it's time to, what do you call it, piss or get off the pot, So maybe she's feeling that burden. Okay. So where does she, so this is what she's feeling right. Where does she see the relationship going? The Nine of Cups. She's looking at this as, she's seeing this as a family. I think maybe marriage. She's looking at this as it's the Nine of Cups, fulfillment, family, contentment. So she has high hopes with this relationship. Where does he feel this relationship's going? The Nine of Coins. The same thing. She has the Nine of Cups. So she's like the coming together, the building the family, the emotions, this and that. The Nine of Coins is the same thing, but it's the building the family. It's about everything, harvesting, children, building the life. Everything is ripe for the picking. Look at that card, it's beautiful. So, you see everything's ripe. So I'm thinking that they're both at the same. I think this relationship, like I said, is getting serious. So all you people that weren't happy with this relationship, I'm sorry, but I said before that they felt like they were home. My last reading, he felt like she was home. And let's see what else. Okay, so what does she need out of this relationship? I want to see what she needs out of this relationship. The Magician. So, she needs to be able to be in some control. That's part of her. She's the emperor. She needs to feel like, it's under their control. It's, she plays a part in it. What she puts into something is what she'll get out of it. Manifesting, she wants to be an active participant in this relationship. So I think that's why she feels this heavy burden. I think she might have cut back, and she's willing to make these sacrifices and stuff like that, because I think I think this relationship is getting really, really serious. Okay, what does he need? She just needs some control. That's what she needs out of a relationship. She needs the Magician. She needs to feel some control, some active participation from her part. She doesn't like things to be out of her control. She likes to, have she likes to be an active, member of her life and where a relationship is going. What does he need? Three of Cups. There it is. There's that Three of Cups again. This is what he needs. He needs He wants to be married. He wants to come together. He needs this. He wants to be married. This is the second time the Three of Cups has came for him. All right, he wants to be married. That's what he needs. He feels that he needs this. He needs this coming together, this celebration. He needs this. All right. Let's see. What does let me see what the cards are saying. I'm going to pull 3 cards. One, the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So, the Ace of Wands. I think they're going to get married. This Ace of Wands too. They have a very good sexual relationship, very passionate relationship. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Coins. One more card. The Hierophant. I think they're going to get married. I think they're going to get married. Queen of Coins, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. I'm trying to figure out who was who. These are like 2 women. So the Queen of Coins and the Queen of Cups. And the Ace of Wands. And if you remember, the 9 and the Cups of over here. So I think they are going to get married. I think they're going to get married. There's the Hierophant. There's the Hierophant. I think they're going to get married. I think so. I think she's actively putting it together, you know, to get married. She might be changing her profession. I don't know, but I think they're getting serious. They're in serious talks with this King of Swords. They're in serious talks and thought processes. She's feeling the burden though. She is like kind of stressed out, but she loves him. And the 9 of Cups. And I see this. It might even I don't know why I kind of feel like a child. I'm not saying, I don't think that they will be able to have a child out of wedlock, but I think if they get married, a child will come like really fast afterwards, because that's what they're thinking about. Oh, there's a moth in here. That's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about the family, children, togetherness. So all you Meghan Markle haters, I'm sorry to tell you, I think they're going to last and they're going to get married. All right, so I'm going to have to cut off the end of this. Let me turn that off.